I've been traveling for over 30 years, but I've never traveled to this part of the world. This is West Africa, the home of voodoo, where animism and ancestors are part of everyday life. I'm Art Wolf. This is Travels to the Edge. West Africa stretches from the Sahara in the north to the Atlantic Ocean, which forms the region's western and southern borders. We're visiting tiny Benin and Togo, which push northward from the infamous Slave Coast. This is pretty cool. Gliding through the tall grass in a completely new country, heading to a village where I have no idea what we're gonna see. We're starting our journey in Togo. Joining me is Paul Egboglo, a local expert on the people, culture, and traditional religions of West Africa. Vodun, or voodoo, as it is often called, is an ancient religion. Its rituals, which invoke ancestral spirits, can be powerful and intense. The villagers are chanting and drumming, and this guy's just going wild. They're definitely getting really whipped up into some sort of frenzy here. It very translate, and I can't tell whether some people are coming in to try to protect them from themselves or what, but it's very serious.
You see that they are cutting themselves,
yes,
and they are bleeding. That is their way to offer their blood to the divinity that they worship. Instead of offering goats or chicken or animal to the divinity, they prefer to offer their blood.
And they haven't taken any drugs to get to the state.
Nothing at all.
It's all mental.
No alcohol, no drugs. It's not mental neither, it's spiritual.
I'm going to move in and see if I can't get a better shot. They're really frenzied activity, not just with the dancers, but even with what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move really fast, get details. Wow, what a place here, Paul.
This is the largest fetish market in West Africa. The fetish market is like a pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have a spiritual problem, and you go to see the fetish priest, and that priest will tell you to go to the market, to the fetish market, and buy some animals, all the animals that you can see here.
I see chameleons, birds, vultures, cats, dogs.
Yeah, antelope skin. All these items are used to prepare potion to cure diseases.
So all these different animals are used specifically for various illnesses?
Yeah.
The chameleons, for instance, what do they do with those things?
Asthma.
For asthma.
Asthma. So they will grind it and they'll get a powder out of it and mix that powder with honey, and so they will lick it.
So they'll lick the powder of a ground up desiccated chameleon for asthma. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have asthma. I see an ostrich egg here, turtles,
Yeah.
monitor lizard. What are these little guys? What are
Yeah, you know, these are, we call them, they are twin doll.
Okay.
So when somebody has give birth to twins and one happened to die, and it happened that one of them died, so they will replace him or her by this figure. So, and this figure will be treated like a living human being. We believe that witches, they can take the form of birds. So to make a powder against witches' attack, so they will burn all the birds and get a black powder, and so they will cut the person, and when the person starts bleeding, they put the black powder in the blood, so you are vaccinated.
I see.
Against witches' attack. It might be shocking for you.
It's pretty shocking to me.
But, you know, that is West Africa.
Yeah.
Out we are in the house of the fetish priest. Hello.
Bonjour.
This is the most important place in the shrine. So once a patient is brought here to the fetish priest, he used to bless them.
What is the fetish and what's the power of it?
You see that figure?
Yes.
Many figures here.
Right.
They are wood. They are in wood carving. But they are blessed. So once they are blessed, they contain a power, magical power or voodoo power. They are called fetish.
I'm watching him put things on the ground now. What is that?
Yeah, these are kola nuts. So he can use, anyway, the form of the 4 kola nuts to predict the future or to predict whether we have good luck or bad luck.
I would not want to be alone by myself in this room at night.
Yeah, because you are not used to it.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
We're heading westward to Benin, to the Slave Coast, where the spirits of countless Africans departed their homeland.
This is the gate of no return, the place where all the silver have been taken up to all over the world.
So this beach was the place where most slaves came through and out to the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And that is even the reason why they call this coast Slave Coast.
So is this like the most significant monument to the slave trade?
Oh yes, yes.
Really?
Oh yes, oh yes. If you carefully look at the monument, you see the ship in the water.
Yes.
And slaves are convoyed to the ship. You see they are chained or shackled.
Yep.
And that's the way they used to send them to the beach. And they do that by night. And the purpose of doing this is that they don't want people to be aware of that business. So it's a night business.
To think of how many lives were altered through the slave trade. They came through this beach, were taken out to sea, and ultimately to America.
Yeah.
Really powerful location.
It's powerful.
As I'm traveling through West Africa, one of the delightful discoveries is the sheer variety of dress and patterns and color. This is wonderful chaos. This is colorful chaos. What's really nice right now is there's this brooding sky that's coming over this very colorful market. The light is saturated, the color is really rich, and I'm shooting it with a filter that enables me to bring out the best color in the sky and retain the detail in the dress. the long shadow of the slave trade can be felt everywhere in West Africa. In fact, the stilted town of Gando exists because of slave raiders.
The villagers here, they were anyway running away from slave raiders. And so they found shelter here, and they stay here. Actually, the meaning of the name Gando means free at last.
They didn't have a tradition of building their homes out over the water before that.
Yeah, they don't have that. You know, the problem they were facing, it helped them to devise that way of building.
So what do you think's happening here?
These people, they are collecting bamboo. These bamboos are used as a stick, you know, steel. They build houses on it.
Hello, hello, hello!
Hello.
Look at these boats.
Look at the lady.
There's such a graceful way that they glide through the water.
M'appelle Gary. Viens me vendre Gary.
Do you have a license to be paddling that boat?
Yeah.
As we drive through Benin, I'm struck by its timelessness. Getting off the road to explore the small villages often yields special moments. Wow, this is a beautiful village. I love the shapes of these huts.
Yeah.
What village is this?
Taneka Berry.
Wow.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Hi. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Keep talking.
Beautiful. What is this? This is the chief staff.
Yeah, that's the chief staff. You know,
The lion on top.
lion, symbol of leadership,
Yes.
as well as elephant,
Elephant is
symbol of strength.
right. This is the chief of the village.
Yeah.
And yet this is the.
The priest, fetish priest.
Are they equal in stature?
Actually, they have a different role. The fetish priest is the spiritual leader or the religious leader. And the chief actually is the political leader. So, and both of them, they are very, very important.
I think in North American Plains Indians, they had shamans and they had chiefs. Very similar in
Yeah.
structure.
To say the word is small.
The world is small.
Yeah.
Into those eyes. Do you like? Yeah? I make you look young, don't I? Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very nice. I love those moments. Really nice moments of somebody that has such wisdom in their eyes. It's really powerful. I've never seen wool spun like that. It's so simple. And she's just twisting it on this simple little peg. It's really quite lovely. Hey guys. Am I not the best photographer you've ever seen? Probably the only photographer they've ever seen. During festival season, dances can be found everywhere throughout Benin's tiny villages. Hello. This village dance is really a morality tale, offering a life lesson.
Each marks show a spiritual or social or economic or moral life in the society. This mask,
Yes.
it's denouncing those who cannot control their sexual life. It's showing the consequence of having a lot of children.
Well, it's pretty
Too many children.
effective.
Yeah.
whenever I come into a new situation like that, I'm trying to figure out how everything lines up, how the performance is going to be, and I try to adjust and I try to make very fast decisions. Sometimes I'm right, and a lot of times I'm wrong, but this has the makings for something very beautiful. Most of the people in this part of West Africa practice indigenous religions, Vodam and animism. But there are remnants of Benin's rich cultural history, including these Islamic tribesmen, the Kodakali. This is really a nice scene of these 6 riders coming down this open savanna. It's actually quite extraordinary to think that there's a horse culture here in West Africa. Beautiful. These horses appear to be dancing literally to the rhythm of the drums. Right now I've gotten some pretty sharp shots of these horses really prancing. Now I'm going to try something entirely different. I'm going to take a deliberately long exposure and to try to create something a little more artistic. Now this is a cool angle. It's incredibly instructive and satisfying to be able to review an image at full frame in the field.
This dance is a really exciting one.
Yeah?
Its name is Egungun.
Egungun.
Egungun is the dance of ghosts. And the dancers are possessed by the spirits of the ancestors. So they're kind of middlemen between ancestors and the living one. Very, very spiritual. That's why you don't even touch the dancers.
All right, so we'll take a look, okay?
Never forget, don't touch them.
I actually don't know what's going on, but it's a lot of fun. These dancers are terrorizing the participants. The audience is taunting the dancers, so the dancers respond by chasing them, and they go back and forth, and it's a game of cat and mouse. When these spirit dancers chase the crowd, nobody wants to be touched by them, and I don't want to get touched either. It's just like an elaborate ballet. I've never seen so many different traditions in such a small area. West Africa, with this very traditional headdress. And what I love about the shot is I've positioned her in front of a dark spot, and beyond her is a light spot and another door. So there's a really nice pacing of light, dark, that goes in a rhythm throughout this photo. And the other thing that's really nice is the study of textures and the monochromatic colors of beige that really runs throughout the photo. So it's very unified on multiple levels. It's a lovely, lovely shot. What I've done now is I've got this lady, same lady I just photographed, inside and silhouetted it against the adobe wall. And it just makes a very provocative shot. And it's provocative because you don't see her face and you only respond to shape and outline of human body. Certainly one of the things that I'm able to do now that I was never able to do in the days I shot film is to show the people I'm photographing exactly what I've shot. And it's really a nice way of connecting to the people, right? Yeah, she said right. It's really amazing how rhythm permeates every aspect of this culture. They're actually working on evening out the courtyard with a mixture of mud and water. And I've found it, as usual, a really engaging subject.
Paul, this seems like a very chaotic scene here tonight. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, we are having a fire dance.
A fire dance.
Fire dance.
So what is the significance of a fire dance?
Yeah, it's about showing the spiritual power of the local people. It's not easy to handle fire, but these people, you know, they are so strong and they can touch it, they will not be burned at all. They are possessed by the spirits, and it's a really spiritual business.
They're literally laying in the fire, eating coals, demonstrating their strength and their power over witchcraft. Everywhere I've been in West Africa, I keep on finding something completely unexpected. For me, it's all bizarre and it's all great. I'm Art Wolf. Join me next time on Travels to the Edge.